What's up, everybody? I'm Simi Goodman, and in today's Daily Fix, CDPR slaps the ban hammer on a mod, updates to the Wallstreetbets saga, and Control Ultimate Edition fans are upset. Roll a thing. Earlier this week, CD Projekt Red released Cyberpunk 2077's official modding tools, and I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Someone made a mod that lets players have sex with Keanu Reeves. The mod let players swap characters into explicit sex scenes who usually shouldn't be there, like Keanu Reeves' Johnny Silverhand and the game's antagonist, Adam Smasher. And CDPR was quick to remove it. In a statement issued to Eurogamer, CD Projekt Red said that they broadly permit modders to, quote, tweak the game at will and have fun when it comes to the characters the studio has created for the game. But for characters based on real people, that's a no-go. CDPR's statement reads, quote, "When it comes to models of real people whom we've asked to participate in the game, we kindly ask you to refrain from using them in any situation that might be found offensive if you don't have their explicit permission. Permission will have to be sought from the likeness and other concerned parties before modders and players create or use these explicit mods, or else they will be taken down." CDPR clarified further, telling Eurogamer that their #1 rule is that, quote, "it can't be harmful towards others." A good rule. The model swap mod is no longer available, and clearly, future iterations of the mod will be removed by the studio if it regards characters based on real people. I gotta side with CDPR on this one. This mod feels like a cousin of when people deepfake celebrities into porn. Like, don't do that. That's invasive and just not very cool, to put it very lightly. And in other Cyberpunk news, the game got a hot fix to fix the game-breaking bug that came with the last patch, so we're ending on a high note. The other day, we talked about how the subreddit Wallstreetbets has really been shaking things up with the Gamestop stock. Things got a little chaotic. At one point, Reddit was experiencing outages. r/Wallstreetbets went private and then public again. The WSB Discord server got banned from the service, then unbanned. There's claims that folks are co-opting the WSB name on Twitter, claiming to be representatives from the subreddit. For the record, from the mods of WSB, quote, @WSBmod is the only Twitter handle whose statements are directly from some part of the team. And that brings us to today, where stock trading apps have seemingly begun limiting the purchase of GameStop, AMC, and other recently volatile stocks. Popular app Robinhood will now let users sell these stocks, but not buy them, displaying a message saying, quote, "this stock is not supported on Robinhood." These stocks aren't even searchable on the app anymore. Other trading solutions like Schwab, TD Ameritrade, and Trading 212 have similarly limited purchases. In a blog post, Robinhood explained that it was restricting transactions for AMC, GameStop, BlackBerry, Bed Bath & Beyond, Express, Cost, Naked, and Nokia due to recent volatility. Many members of the Wallstreetbets community have been outraged by the moves, arguing that it amounts to market manipulation, with some saying they've submitted complaints to the SEC about the blocks. Funny how traditional Wall Street was accusing WSB of market manipulation, and now that seems to be what's happening on their end.
The real question is this: was all this legal? Absolutely not.
The GameStop stock has subsequently tumbled in value after the moves by trading apps. I'm not a day trader or an expert on our stock market, but I thought we had a free market, and this doesn't really feel right. In other news, Control Ultimate Edition's lack of next-gen save transfer and recent addition to the PS Plus lineup has frustrated players who bought the game early to get a later upgrade. So Control Ultimate Edition is a newly released version of the game and the only version that receives a free upgrade from current to next-gen platforms. Folks weren't exactly stoked about that. Then the current gen version of the Ultimate Edition released last year, and the next-gen version was delayed into 2021. So a lot of folks seemingly paid for the game with the mindset to wait to upgrade and play the next-gen version later when it came out. To make matters worse, the Ultimate Edition for PS4 was recently discounted in the PS Store, which led to even more players buying the game in order to secure a next-gen upgrade. But then the PS5 Ultimate Edition was announced as a February 2nd release and revealed as a date-and-date release for PS Plus, offering a free download for the month of February in return for the monthly subscription. And now players who bought the game in advance of the next-gen version being released are feeling ripped off. And then to add fuel to the fire, Remedy announced that save files from the last-gen versions of Control couldn't be carried over to the next-gen Ultimate Edition. According to a tweet from Remedy's communications director, it has to do with the engine of the next-gen version of Control being different from the previous-gen version of the game, so a technical limitation. All this to say, people are not happy with the lack of communication. But the silver lining of this all is that people have pointed out that when Maneater was added to PS Plus, subscribers who recently bought that game were automatically refunded. There hasn't been any word yet on if Control will follow suit, but I guess we'll see. Stay tuned. And that's Daily Fix. I'm Sydney Goodman, and I hope your day is as awesome as you are. Now that you're all caught up on the news, check out our video that further explains what in the world is going on with GameStop stock. Download the IGN app on all your mobile devices. Subscribe to Daily Fix on Snapchat. And for all things everything else, IGN.com.